No, you can't hear me right now, but if you could hear me, this is what I would say. When it's too dirty in the morning, you know what I'm thinking, but you're too far away to hear me. So why am I singing? It might be for no reason, but I guess I'm just saying I miss you. I look in the mirror and I don't know the face. It's like someone else took up all of my space. I traded my hobbies, I silenced my pride to keep all the demons you carried inside. I colored my world in the shades that you liked, and walked on the edges of the fires you ignited. Now that you're gone, there's a hollowed out frame, and I can't even remember the sound of my name. I was so busy building a bridge to your heart that I didn't see mine falling slowly apart. And I lost myself loving you. I gave it all away until there was nothing left of me to make me wanna stay. I was the shadow that followed your lead, ignoring the soul that I forgot how to feed. I erased every line, I blurred every view, and I woke up to find I lost myself loving you. I used to have opinions, I used to have dreams, but I stitched them all into your sweater's frayed seams. If you were happy, then I was okay. Even if I was the price that I had to pay, I became an echo, a ghost in the hall, always catching you whenever you fall. But who catches me now that the gravity's gone? How do I start when I've been overdrawn? Is there a piece of me left on the floor, or did you take it all when you walked out the door? I'm a map with no ink, I'm a song with no breath. I loved you to life, but I love me to death. Yeah, I lost myself loving you. I gave it all away until there was nothing left of me to make me wanna stay. I was the shadow that followed your lead, ignoring the soul that I forgot how to feed. I erased every line, I blurred every view, and I woke up to find I lost myself loving you. I'm starting from zero in a body that feels like a case. I'm starting from zero, turning a blank, empty page. Where did I go? Where did I go? I let the us kill the me, and now I'm just empty. I'm reaching for your hand across the dinner plate, but I can feel the pull of a different kind of fate. You're looking at the wall like it's a window to the sea, and I'm just a ghost in the house we used to be. The words we used to say have all turned into air. I'm searching for a spark, but there's nothing left there. We're anchored to the floor, but our hearts are out at tide, with nowhere left for the us to hide. I try to bring up memories of that winter in the park, but you just offer silence and a flicker in the dark. It's like we're on two icebergs moving slow and steady north, forgetting all the beauty that we used to carry forth. The map we drew together is fading in the sun, and I'm realizing that the forever part is done. I'm calling out your name, but the wind is far too loud, and I'm losing your face in a thick and heavy cloud. And I'm drifting away from us further every day, watching all the colors of our story turn to gray. The shore is getting smaller, the water's getting deep, and I'm losing all the promises we swore that we would keep. There's no storm to blame, no sudden jagged wave, just a slow motion sinking of the love we couldn't save. The horizon's getting wider and the air is getting cold, as I'm drifting away from the only hand I wanna hold. Is it you that's leaving, or am I the one who's gone? We're just two shadows waiting for a lonely kind of dawn. The current is too strong now, the distance is too wide to find a way back to the other side. And I'm drifting away from us further every day, watching all the colors of our story turn to gray. The shore is getting smaller, the water's getting deep, and I'm losing all the promises we swore that we would keep. There's no storm to blame, no sudden jagged wave, just a slow motion sinking of the love we couldn't save. The horizon's getting wider and the air is getting cold, as I'm drifting away from the only hand I wanna hold. Out to sea, just you and me, apart, floating further, drifting away from us. The rain on the window is a steady beat, matching the rhythm of my own defeat. I'm sitting on the floor of our empty room, surrounded by shadows and a familiar gloom. I found your old watch in the back of the drawer, the one that doesn't tick or keep time anymore. Just like us, it's frozen in a moment of gold, before the fire went out and the story got cold. Every street corner is a trigger, a trap, a coordinate marked on a heartbreak map. I see you in the steam of a morning cup. I see you in the stars when I'm looking up. I try to swim for the surface to find some air, but the weight of the us is more than I can bear. The past is a tide that won't let me go, pulling me down to the depths below. And I'm drowning in memories, sinking so deep in the secrets we shared and the vows we couldn't keep. The water is cold and it tastes like your name, and I'm the only one left to carry the blame. I'm reaching for something that's already gone, while the current of yesterday carries me on. There's no dry land, no light to see. I'm just drowning in memories of you and me. They told me that distance would act like a shore, that I'd find my feet and I'd hurt no more. But the further I get, the deeper it feels, like a wound that's wide open and never quite heals. The oxygen's thin and the pressure is high under the weight of our last goodbye. And I'm drowning in memories, sinking so deep in the secrets we shared and the vows we couldn't keep. The water is cold and it tastes like your name, and I'm the only one left to carry the blame. I'm reaching for something that's already gone, while the current of yesterday carries me on. There's no dry land, no light to see. I'm just drowning in memories of you and me. Just let the waves take me, just let the blue turn to black. There's no way forward and there's no way back. I'm sinking, I'm sinking, drowning in memories, drowning in memories. Found your sweater in the bottom drawer, the one you said you didn't need no more. It still smells like the rain in your perfume, and suddenly you're standing in the room. I try to breathe, but the air feels heavy and gray like the sky. On the morning you walked away, I'm anchored to a ghost, anchored to the floor, while the waves of what we were start to roar. And I'm drowning in old memories tonight, tangled in the shadows, for a hand that isn't there, gasping for a moment we used to share. The tide is pulling hard and I can't break free from the version of you that's still haunting me. In a sea of what ifs and could have beens, I'm drowning in old memories again. Every song on the radio feels like a sting, a 3-minute reminder of every little thing. The way you'd laugh when you lost your keys. Now the silence is a storm that brings me to my knees. They tell me that the water's gonna recede with time, but I'm still treading water in this state of mind, watching a highlight reel on a loop in my head, living in the words that we should have said. The surface is so far and the pressure is deep. I'm losing all the promises I meant to keep. I thought I was swimming, thought I reached the shore, but the memory of us just keeps asking for more. And I'm drowning in old memories tonight, tangled in the shadows of a fading light. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, gasping for a moment we used to share. The tide is pulling hard and I can't break free from the version of you that still haunts me. In a sea of what ifs and could have beens, I'm drowning old memories again. Sinking down beneath the blue, still lost in the thought of you, just drowning in old memories. I finally cleared the closet, took your pictures off the shelf. I'm trying every trick I know to find my former self. The house is wide and hollow, every footstep has an echo now. I promised I'd be moving on, I just don't remember how. Because the space where you were standing is a canyon in my chest. I've got all the room in the world, but I can't find a place to rest. I went out with some people just to see if I could smile, but I felt like I was acting like a stranger for a while. I can't fill up the silence with the static of the crowd, when the memory of your whisper is still screaming way too loud. It's a strange kind of physics, a math I can't explain. How a heart can be so hollow yet so heavy with the pain. And I've got an empty heart, but it's full of you, full of every old ways that we didn't follow through. There's no room for anyone, no room for something new, just this crowded, lonely vacancy in the ghost of me and you. I'm a vessel for the shadow empty heart full of you. They say you can't be two things at the same time, but I'm a living contradiction, a reason without rhyme. I'm a desert that is drowning, I'm a fire made of ice. I'm paying for a paradise with a heartbreaking price. And I've got an empty heart, but it's full of you, full of every always that we didn't follow through. There's no room for anyone, no room for something new. Just this crowded, lonely vacancy and the ghost of me and you. I'm a vessel for the shadows, I'm a cup that's run dry, still holding on to every single don't you say goodbye. Yeah, it's an empty heart full of you. So much space, but so much of you. I'm overflowing with the absence, I'm breaking from the view. Empty heart, so full of you. So full of you. The embers are dying in the fireplace grate, and I'm realizing that it's far too late. We're sitting in shadows just inches apart, but I can't find the rhythm of your fading heart. I used to see fire when I looked in your eyes. Now it's just smoke and these hollow goodbyes. The room is so cold though the windows are tight. We're just two silhouettes losing the light. I reach for the lamp, but you shake your head no. You'd rather the darkness see us both go. Your voice is a whisper I can't quite catch, like a flame flickering out on a dampened match. We built this together, stone by heavy stone, but now it's a room where we feel alone. The colors are bleeding to shades of dull gray as the last of our always just trickles away. And it's a fading love in the dark. We're chasing a ghost, we're looking for a spark, but the air is too heavy, the night is too long, and we've forgotten the words to our favorite song. I'm reaching for you, but my hands hit the wall, watching the pride and the promises fall. It's a quiet surrender, a lonely embark, just a fading love in the dark. Maybe the sun will find someone new, someone to bridge the gap between me and you. But right now the ceiling is all I can see, in the weight of the space where we used to be. It's not a bank, it's it's not a cry, it's just a slow motion, lightless goodbye. And it's a fading love in the dark. We're chasing a ghost, we're looking for a spark, but the air is too heavy, the night is too long, and we've forgotten the words to our favorite song. I'm reaching for you, but my hands hit the wall, watching the pride and the promises fall. It's a quiet surrender, a lonely embark, just a fading love in the dark. Turn out the rest of the lights, we're already gone, just a shadow of us, waiting for dawn. Fading, fading in the dark. In the dark. I'm scrubbing the walls where your shadow used to lean, trying to bleach the spaces in between. I moved the furniture and changed the sheets. I took a different way through the city streets, but I turn a corner and I hear your laugh, like a ghost reflected in the photograph. I've thrown out the letters and the dried up flowers, but I can't kill the ghosts of the midnight hours. I'm fighting a war inside my own head, replaying every single word we said. I want to delete the way you taste, but some things just won't be replaced. I can't erase your memory, it's written in the skin of me, like a scar that won't fade, like a debt never paid. It's the price of the love that we made. I can burn every bridge, I can lock every door, but I still find your footprints on my floor. I've tried to forget, but I'm losing the fight. I can't erase your memory, no matter how hard I try. There's a dent in the pillow where you used to sleep, a secret silence that I'm forced to keep. I tried to date someone with a different name, but the way they held me didn't feel the same. It's like you left a map inside my mind, and every thought is a trail I'm forced to find. The more I try to wash the ink away, the darker the stains decide to stay. Is there a pill for the way I feel, a way to make the past unreal? 'Cause I'm a prisoner to a time that's gone, and the ghost of you keeps holding on. Yeah, you're still holding on. I can't erase your memory, it's written in the skin of me, like a scar that won't fade, like a debt never Streetlights were flickering, casting a glow on the sidewalk where we had nowhere to go. I remember the way the air felt so cold, and the weight of the secrets we finally told. You were leaning your back against the passenger door, looking like someone I didn't know anymore. The engine was ticking, a countdown in time to the moment you'd leave this whole life behind. I've tried to repaint the scene in my head, to change all the bitter things that we said, but the colors won't stick and the memory stays sharp as the glass when you turned away. I can't forget that night, it's a permanent scar. It's the end of the road, it's the wreck of the car. I can still see the taillights fading to gray as my world fell apart in the most quiet way. I've lived 1,000 days since the sun went down, but I'm still the ghost of that night in this town. I close my eyes and I'm back in the light. No, I can't forget that night. I still wear the jacket I wore when you left. It's a heavy reminder of love and of theft. I can still hear the sound of your key in the lock, the silence that followed like a physical shock. I pass by that corner and hold my own breath, like walking the line between living and death. Most people have nights they remember with pride. I just have the one where my heart finally died. If I could go back and just hold my tongue, if I could be brave, if we could stay young, maybe the morning would have found us together. Instead of this storm we're forced to weather. I can't forget that night, it's a permanent scar. It's the end of the road, it's the wreck of the car. I can still see the taillights fading to gray as my world fell apart in the most quiet way. I've lived 1,000 days since the sun went down, but I'm still the ghost of that night in this town. I close my eyes and I'm back in the light. No, I can't forget that night. Midnight is calling, the shadows are long, the clock is still stuck on where it went on. Just that one night, that one final night. Yeah. I've been staring at the boxes in the corner of the hall, but I can't find the strength to take your pictures off the wall. The world is turning pages, everyone is moving fast, but I'm a broken compass still pointing to the past. I try to find a rhythm in a life that's built for one, but I'm still waiting for the moon to come and hide me from the sun. They say that healing is a road that I just haven't found, but I'm still standing right here on our sacred hollow ground. I'm a bird who's forgotten how to fly, and I can't move on. I'm stuck inside the weed. I'm a prisoner of the person that you used to be to me. I've walked 1,000 miles, but I haven't left this room. I'm still waiting for a flower in a garden that won't bloom. The season with you. I went to buy some coffee and I almost bought you too. I'm still rehearsing stories that I'll never tell to you. I tried to date a stranger, tried to find a brand new spark, but his eyes were just a reminder of yours inside the dark. It feels like I'm betraying every promise that we made. If I let the memory of your laughter start to fade, is it a choice or is it a curse to stay inside the blessing until it starts to feel like worse? I'm holding on to baggage that I know I should let go, but it's the only part of us that I still get to know. And I can't move on, I'm stuck inside the we. I'm a prisoner of the person that you used to be to me. I've walked 1,000 miles, but I haven't left this room. I'm still waiting for a flower in a garden that won't bloom. The seasons change their colors, but I'm frozen in the blue because I can't move on if I'm not moving with you. Go ahead and leave me, go ahead and run. I'll be right here waiting until the world is done. I'm not moving, I'm staying in the past with the love that was supposed to be the one that lasts. I can't move on, no, I can't move on. No, I can't move I've tried to build a wall of stone around this hollow chest. I've tried to tell my racing heart to lay itself to rest. I've burned the bridges, changed the locks, and moved across the town, trying to find a way to keep this heavy longing down. But every time I think I finally reached the turning point, a memory of us comes back to haunt every single joint. My mind has accepted that we're over and we're through, but my spirit hasn't found a way to start a life without you. I'm a prisoner of a feeling that refuses to die, and I can't stop loving you no matter how I fight. I'm still searching for your shadow in the middle of the night. It's a fire I can't smother, it's a debt I can't pay. It's the only thing that's left of me. Stop, I just can't stop loving you. I see you in a stranger's eyes, I hear you in the wind. I'm back at the beginning, before the us began to end. I know it's self-destruction, I know it's just a ghost, but the parts of you I lost are the parts I love the most. I try to date, I try to talk, I try to play the part, but I'm just putting bandages on a bleeding open heart. Is there a cure for this? A pill to make it stop? A way to finally let the heavy jagged curtain drop? Because I'm tired of the aching and I'm tired of the weight, but I'm still standing here beside a rusted garden gate, and I can't stop loving you no matter how I fight. searching for your shadow in the middle of the night. It's a fire I can't smother. It's a debt I can't repay. It's the only thing that's left of me at the end of every day. The world keeps on evolving, but I'm frozen in the blue. Because I can't stop, I just can't stop loving you. I've tried goodbye, I've tried the lies, I've tried to find the light inside of other people's eyes, but it always leads me back to the one thing that is true. I can't stop, I'll never stop loving you. I've mastered the art of the midday disguise, keeping the sorrow away from my eyes. I stay in the light where the noise is so loud. Just another face lost in the crowd. But the moment the front door clicks in the frame, the walls start to whisper the sound of your name. And the strength I've been building just falls to the floor, like a wave crashing down on a desolate shore. I try to remember the bad and the cold, the stories of us that were better untold. But my mind only goes to the gold and the blue. And I cry when I think of you every single time, like a tragic old poem with no reason or rhyme. It's a sting in my spirit, it's a blur in my sight. It's the way that the morning feels more like the night. I could be smiling, I could be fine, till your memory crosses the line, and the sword hits my lips and the world breaks in two. Yeah, I cry, I just cry when I think of you. I found an old receipt in the pocket of my coat for that dinner downtown where you wrote me a note. It's just a small piece of paper, faded and thin, but it's enough to let all the wreckage back in. I'm a man, woman of logic, I'm a man, woman of pride, until I remember the way that you lied or the way that you love me. I don't know which is worse, the blessing of us or this lonely heart curse. They say that the tears are just washing the soul, but I'm just a vessel that's losing control. I'm drowning in rivers of what used to be, waiting for someone to come rescue me. And I cry when I think of you every single time, like a tragic old poem with no reason or rhyme. It's a sting in my spirit, it's a blur in my sight. It's the way that the morning feels more like the night. I could be smiling, I could be away. I cry, I'm still crying every time I think of you. I wear a smile like a mask for the office crowd. I keep my head up high and my voice real loud. I tell my mother that I'm eating and I'm sleeping fine. I tell my friends I've moved across the jagged line. I play the part of someone who is standing tall, checking every box and answering every call. But as the sun begins to dip behind the pines, I start to feel the cracking in my own designs. The key turns in the lock and the world goes gray. The heavy weight of fine just melts away. I don't have to be brave, I don't have to be strong. Once the porch light is off and the day is gone, I cry when I'm alone, when the walls are the only ones watching, when the ghost of your laugh is the only thing knocking. I let the salt and the sorrow run down on my chin, and let all the brokenness finally back in. The world thinks I'm healed, that I'm making it through, but I'm just a lie that's been missing you in the middle of the crowd. I'm a pillar of stone, but I cry. God, I cry when I'm alone. The shower's running hot just to hide the sound of a heart hitting bottom on the bathroom ground. I'm curled up on the rug where we used to lay, saying all the things that I'm too proud to say. I scream your name into a pillowcase, trying to remember the curve of your face. It's an exhausting game, this masquerade of pretending the memory started to fade. Is it a lie if I only break down in the dark? If I only let the matches touch the spirit and the spark? I'm a master of the how are you and the I'm okay, while I'm drowning in the tears I kept hidden all day. I cry when I'm alone, when the walls are the only ones watching, when the ghost of your laugh is the only thing knocking. I let the salt and the sorrow run down on my chin, and let all the brokenness finally back in. The world thinks I'm healed, that I'm making it through, but I'm just a lie that's been missing you in the middle of the crowd. I'm a pillar of stone, but I cry. God, I cry when I'm alone. So if you see me tomorrow and I look alright, just know I'm still paying the price of the night, in the safety of the shadows, in the silence of my home. I'm still yours, and I cry when I'm alone. Yeah, I'm always alone. I reached into the deepest parts and pulled out every dream. I sewed them to your spirit, or so that's how it seemed. I was the fountain in your desert, the blanket in your cold. I gave you all the stories that I hadn't even told. I didn't keep a safety net, I didn't keep a dime. I spent my only fortune just to buy a little time, to see you smile, to see you breathe, to feel you in my light. But now I'm standing empty in the middle of the night. I emptied out the cupboards and I unlocked every door, until there wasn't any me left inside me anymore. I went bankrupt just to keep you satisfied, and I gave you everything I had, every single part. I gave it all away to a ghost who doesn't care. Yeah, I'm hollow and I'm broken and I'm feeling pretty bad because I gave you everything. I gave you everything I had. I'm looking at the spaces where my pride used to reside. Before I traded dignity just to keep you by my side. I was the one who stayed awake when you were drowning in your fears. I was the one who gathered up 1,000 of your tears. But when I needed just a drop to keep my spirit from the dust, you turned your back and let our silver turn to heavy rust. Was the sacrifice too small? Was the offering too deep? Was I just a temporary promise you weren't meant to keep? I poured my life into a glass that was already full of holes. Now I'm just the wreckage of two separate, lonely souls. And I gave you everything I had, every single part, from the marrow in my bones to the rhythm in my heart. I was the anchor and the sail, the silver and the gold, but you left me with the hunger and a story left untold. Now I'm staring at my hands and they're trembling and bare because I gave it all away to a ghost who doesn't care. Yeah, I'm hollow and I'm broken and I'm feeling pretty bad because I gave you everything. I gave you everything I had. Nothing left to give, nothing left to show. Just a cold and empty house where the bitter shadows grow. I'm a shell of what I was. I'm a faded, worn out ad because I gave you everything. Yeah, I gave you everything I had. And all you gave was through. I stripped away the armor that I spent my life to build. I gave you every corner that the lonely years had filled. I put my heart inside your palms and didn't look away. I gave you all my secrets and the words I'd never say. I was the hand that held the light when you were in the dark. I carried every burden just to keep your tiny spark. I hollowed out my spirit just to keep your spirit whole. I let you take the pieces till there was nothing left to hold. I gave you everything. I gave you all of me, the parts I wanted hidden and the parts I let you see. I was the anchor in your storm, the sky above your head. I lived for every single word that you had ever said. But you walked away so lightly, like I was nothing new. And I gave you everything, and all you gave was through. I changed the way I listened and changed the way I spoke. I fixed the jagged edges every time your spirit broke. I was the silence in your chaos, I was the rhythm in your chest. I offered up my future just to give your past a rest. Now I'm looking in the mirror at a ghost I don't recognize, because I gave so much of me to find the us inside your eyes. Is there a drop I didn't pour? Is there a knock upon the door? I went bankrupt in the soul just to make you feel like king, but you left me with the silence in a cold and empty ring. I gave you everything, I gave you all of me, the parts I wanted hidden and the parts I let you see. I was the anchor in your storm, the sky above your head. I live for every single word that you had ever said, but you walked away so lightly, like I was nothing new, when I gave you everything, and all you gave was through. I'm empty now, there's nothing left to give. I'm empty now, I've forgotten how to live. You took the hope, you took the breath, you took the everything and left me with the rest. Everything I gave it all, I gave it